Hello, this is the Laundry Room Podcast, and I'm Raven.
I'm Taylor.
Welcome back.
Yes. If you guys didn't notice, we are doing a little bit of reconfigurations, if you will. Yes. Oh. Do it again. You know what it reminds me of is those like Deal or No Deal Deal or No Deal girls, and
What's
they're like
behind curtain number 1?
What's in this briefcase?
Is it a new car? I feel like it's a new car because the other one was a jet ski and a dining room set,
right?
So a new car.
And they're like, yeah, it's a Hot Wheels VW.
Yeah. No, it was usually a car, but it was never like a popular one. It was like a Ford
like a fucking
Fiesta.
Kia. Yeah.
Nobody wants a fucking Ford Fiesta.
A little Kia Sorento.
Anywho,
what are we talking about today?
We are going to reminisce a little bit on the hectic life and untimely death of Anna Nicole Smith.
That show was a roller coaster.
Yes, I remember in the early 20s when she started doing the trim spa commercials and everybody was harping on her because she put on a little bit of weight, and it was just...
She was
People
cute.
were just nasty. People were just nasty.
She seemed just so, like, down-to-earth and sweet. But with, like...
She was really
deep pockets.
Yeah, she was also really fucked up behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot going on, but
she went fucking through it, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But starting all the way back in November 28th, 1967, she was originally born as Vicki Lynn Hogan in Houston, Texas. She has a very uneventful childhood. It just kind of, grows up in fucking Houston, Texas.
Just living life.
I guess.
Being sweet little, what is it, Vicki Lynn?
Vicki Lynn Hogan.
Oh.
Little Vicki Lynn.
Well, Vicki Lynn.
I can only imagine that's how everybody in Texas said it. Sorry to anybody watching from Texas.
Sorry,
I highly
y'all.
doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Nah, Mindy might.
Oh, you're right. Love you,
Yeah.
Mindy.
Love you.
1983, Vicki quits high school. And she starts working as a waitress and a part-time cook.
Just young as hell and already doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know if it was her senior year or junior year, but I know it was like...
Mad respect for the work ethic.
Hey,
Come on, girl. Get your bag. Get your bag.
I still think that education is like... the structured education system we have now is a joke.
The American education system is
knowledge
trash.
is very much vital, and I wish more people had it. But the way that we are given it by our education system, it has completely failed us.
Right.
So I don't blame her. I wanted to drop out multiple times, but I never did.
I was so close, and I didn't.
I'm kind of glad.
I'm glad,
I
pushed myself and I graduated.
April 1985, Vicki marries Billy Wayne Smith, a fellow cook at the restaurant she worked at. They later have a son together named Daniel Smith VIII, who will come up again later, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. Poor kid.
Yeah. He takes her son Daniel and leaves Billy in 1986 to return home to Houston. She begins working at Walmart. Also as a waitress again, and this is when she first starts dancing topless.
Get your bag, babe.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Got a son to take care of.
October 1991, so she's been dancing for about 5 years now.
Okay.
5 years. She meets J. Howard Marshall II, who is a very prominent oil tycoon.
Okay.
And he's 80, he would be probably 86 at this time when they met, because everybody called her a gold digger almost instantly because they got together, but they dated for years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his son hated her, and we'll get into that later.
Because wasn't he like a regular?
Yeah.
He was her regular?
And they didn't even date for years. They were friends for years. He would just come in to see her
and have conversations.
Give her a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, they started developing a relationship. I don't know. I'm not her. Yeah. Maybe she was just in it for the money, but I'm just thinking that's a lot of commitment.
See, I don't think so. I watched I need to show it to you because you don't have Netflix anymore. But I watched her documentary on Netflix, and there was they played like a voicemail of her like calling him when he was starting to get sick, and she was like, "I love you. Like, what do you need?" And she was like, "You want me to come over?" And he was like, "Yeah, I want you to come over." And she was like, "Okay, baby, I'm on my way." So
I definitely think she cared about him.
I think she cared a lot.
How much of that, had to do with money, we'll never know.
Well, and like we were saying earlier, right? We don't know.
She was already working. She was already doing her own thing for long enough. Like, yeah.
Who are you to judge when it's not your life, you know?
Tell me that if you didn't have the same motherfucking opportunity, you wouldn't take it.
I think everybody would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to go live with a billionaire in a mansion in fucking Hollywood.
Bag secured. Your son is
set for life.
Yeah.
Even if you don't truly love that person, they can't be that awful, and you only gotta be with them for a
care
couple
about
years.
him. Yeah, exactly.
I'd fucking do it.
I would
That's all I'm saying.
I would do it.
I would do it right now. Anybody, please?
Help.
Anyways.
Send out.
1992, Vicky officially files for divorce from Billy in February.
Okay.
Oh, this is a busy year for her.
Shit.
So she does a lot.
Right,
she files for divorce in February. In March, she debuts for the first time on the cover of Playboy.
Hell yeah.
Later in May, she would be featured as a centerfold for Playboy. And then
That's an honor. It's hard to be a centerfold from the other, like, Playboy documentaries.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah. With all the number of playmates are at that. Yeah.
Yeah, your top gal.
Yeah. So she was, and this was still, she was still pretty young at this time, I think. Yeah, she was still in her early 20s at this point.
Okay.
She signed a 3-year contract for Guess Jeans in November. Mm-hmm. And that would be the same month that she officially changed her name to Anna Nicole Smith.
See, and it just, like, rolls off perfectly. It sounds famous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think it sounds a lot better than Well, it doesn't sound a lot better than Vicky Lynn, but it definitely sounds...
Vicky Lynn's cute as shit, but...
sounds like a stripper name.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Sorry, anybody named Vicky
babies.
Lynn.
We still love you.
And I'm not shitting on strippers either. Like, no. I totally respect strippers, sex workers, everything. Like, you do what you gotta do. May 1993, she appears in Playboy for the 3rd time and is named Playmate of the Year.
Oh, see? I told you, doing the damn thing.
She's literally, yeah. So
bad fucking bitch.
She's earning her name at this point.
I'm proud of you, girly.
Unfortunately, in February 12th of 1994, she would have her first scare, with mixing prescription drugs and alcohol. Cool. And she would be, landed in the hospital after collapsing in a Beverly Hills hotel lobby.
That's so scary. I'm glad it was in the lobby, though, and she wasn't, like, already in her room, because that could have been another Heath Ledger.
That's how they find her eventually, but we'll get there. June 27th, 1994, Anna Nicole officially marries J. Howard Marshall. He is 89. She is 26. Still a big gap.
That's the thing that bothers me. Okay, like, I understand.
It's a 4-year gap or something?
Yeah.
40, 50, I don't know.
Like,
40.
Dude, you're literally old enough to be her grandfather.
Her great-grandfather.
Or her dad. And you're marrying her. I understand. I think, too, though, I think he wanted to marry her to make sure that her and Daniel were set up for life.
We would like to think so, because unfortunately he never put any of that into his will.
Shit.
He
should have known his kids would do that.
Oh, right. So that was in June 27th. So halfway through the year. Not even like 6 months later, in January 19th, 1995, Jay Howard becomes terribly sick. This causes his son E. Pierce Marshall, which they like to do the fucking.
It's always
okay. Well, let's go back.
But that's
random
a power
tangent.
name.
Jay Howard. What's the J stand for? Jonathan.
Jonathan. I was literally gonna say
free, and he's like, that sounds too posh. I'm just gonna be Jay Howard.
I just need a power name.
I don't know. Jeffrey Howard sounds sick, but who knows? And then E.
Ethan. Evan.
See, I was thinking of something annoying like Egbert or
Albert.
Yeah, Albert Pierce Marshall.
I'd fucking E that bitch too. Come on,
yeah,
now.
I'd E the. I wrote that whole name. Fucking fuck the letter.
Start a new bitch.
Start over. Just call me Pierce.
I love it.
But yes. Anyways, back to where I was saying. Jay Howard becomes terribly sick. This causes his son E. Pierce Marshall to become his father's legal guardian.
Yep.
This begins Anna's legal trouble as Pierce seeks to cut her off from her $50,000 a month spousal support that was set up by Jay Howard. So she was literally making $50,000 a month just to be married to him.
Dude was just shitting money.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. And that's not even half of it. Like, this dude was literally a multi-billion, like, millionaire or almost.
That's like a down payment on a fucking home anymore.
Every month I could get a brand new car every month and have some left over. Like,
oh yeah,
I couldn't even imagine. And this was back in 1995. So consider inflation. It's probably like almost $100,000 now. Who knows? I don't know how fucking
maybe I'll
works.
Try and do the calculations.
The inflation calculator.
And
yeah,
can...
I should probably do that if I start throwing around numbers from the past.
It's really hard, but it's interesting to see how fucking expensive it is.
Inflation's fucking us raw.
Not even any fucking courtesy spit. My bad. I think I shut her down. I said that.
Did she just fucking say that?
I fucking said that. And I'd say it again.
With you? And I'd say it again, bitch. Oh my god. Where the fuck was I? Jesus Christ. Gets cut off of the $50,000 a month spousal support. August 4th, 1995. Jay Howard dies at the age of 90.
R.I.P., bud.
He had a long one, though.
Kid, 90? I don't want to do that.
90 years as a millionaire must be fucking nice. Jesus, I want to die after 34. Anyways.
Shut the fuck up. We can't. We have plans.
I know. November 1995. Anna is again hospitalized for 6 days following what would officially be labeled as an adverse reaction to her prescriptions, but she was probably mixing it with alcohol again.
Yeah.
And taking a lot, which we will get into that in a little bit.
Well, that makes me sad because, like, baby girl, what's going on to make you feel...
So she's 27 at this point?
Yeah.
And has already, like, accidental overdose twice?
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it runs in the family. February 1996, Anna is forced to file for bankruptcy. Still tied up in the legal battles between her and Pierce for the spousal support.
Okay.
She is swearing up and down that Jay Howard promised it to her, but it was never...
He would marry her and not want her fucking set.
Yeah, but he didn't update his will at all.
Because he got sick.
His entire estate was left to his son. Yeah. September 27th, 2000, a California judge issues a $450 million ruling for Smith against Pierce, later being increased to $474 million. So a judge in California said that she is entitled to $474 million of Jay Howard's money. So at that moment, she is a multi-millionaire.
And has a fucking target on her back.
Just went from filing bankruptcy to being a multi-millionaire. But that doesn't last for no time whatsoever.
What the weather?
March 7th, 2001, a Houston jury would rule that Anna is not entitled to half of her husband's estate.
Why the fuck are we like going back and forth between states? It gets better.
Try to keep track of all of the places we go. I don't understand how that works.
How are you legally allowed to do that?
I don't understand. But so a Houston jury rules that she's not entitled to half of the husband's estate. Mm-hmm. As she swears he promised her before he died. His will stated that everything would go to his son Pierce. So they were going with the will in Texas, but in California she's a millionaire. So
see, because that makes no sense to me. It makes
no sense.
Because when you get married, especially in those circumstances, to someone with that much money, you're going to be used to a specific lifestyle at that point.
That's what she said. They literally tried to use that against her in some of these hearings where they were literally like, "Why do you think you deserve $50,000 a month?"
Because that's how I was living, bitch.
She doesn't do herself any favors because she does sound like a spoiled brat when she's like, "Well, I have the $1,000 dresses and the jewelry and the hair and the nails and the shoes, and
I think
it adds up. It's really expensive to be me."
I think she was just trying to rationalize it for him. Like, I'm being real with you.
That to where she just sounds like a dumb entitled
fucking
brat.
Assholes.
They really tried to.
They railroaded her.
It pisses me off, and they made the whole. They literally tried to use like gold digger in their defense. It was. I feel like
this is like an episode of Suits.
Right? I wish they would do something.
I love
about
that show. That'd be crazy. It's
so good. So yeah, we go from California to Houston. Mm-hmm. May 24th, 2001. We're up in Los Angeles. A U.S. district judge throws out the $474 million ruling. So now she is no longer a millionaire in California or Texas.
What the fuck?
March 2002, that same district judge awards Anna, awards Anna with $88 million of Jay Howard's oil fortune.
Okay.
Stating Anna does deserve half of the investment income Jay Howard earned, but not the money that he had earned before their marriage. So the money he earned during their marriage in investments, she was entitled to half of that. But everything that he had established before that goes to Pierce.
Okay, that's fair.
Right? That makes some sense now.
Fair enough.
So, but Pierce is not fucking happy about that because he's a greedy fuck.
Yeah.
So,
little bitch. Fuck you, Pierce.
Oh, don't worry. He never sees the end of it. Spoilers. Oh, this is the best part. Stating Anna does deserve half of the investment income Jay Howard earned, as well as $44 million in punitive damages from Pierce because of his attempt to cut her off.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So even the judge was like, "Why are you being so petty, dude? Fuck off.
Grow up."
If he hadn't started any of this, she probably would have been totally content with $50,000 a month for the rest of her life. Like, yeah, that's an easy payoff. How much is that a year?
But like, you're fucking shitting that.
She was married to your father and helped ease him into his death the last 6 years of his life. Like,
she took care of him.
I feel like she's definitely entitled.
Absolutely.
Of course, we're not judges, so what do we know?
I mean,
I don't wear fake wigs.
We judge, but not according to the law.
Right. From August 4th, 2002 to roughly sometime in 2004, the Anna Nicole Smith show premieres on E-Reality. I don't even know if you remember that channel.
I've seen clips of it. God. I do remember the E channel.
Yeah, that was... I remember... Who was it that got their break on it? It was some dude that like...
Ryan Seacrest?
Was it Ryan Seacrest?
Probably.
I think so. That name sounds super familiar. But yeah, so her show premieres on E-Reality, and it's basically just a camera following her around. So that's when a lot of people start to get a bad image of her, and they start to view her as like, "Oh, this is just a fucking rich, entitled chick."
Weird. It's almost like it's still a fucking production. You think reality shows are actually fucking reality?
They're shitting on her for doing it, but then our society worships the Kardashians now, and they're no better.
Oh my goodness.
October 2003 is when she becomes a spokeswoman for Trim Spa, and that's when I remember seeing all the commercials.
I remember. I can hear her voice echoing right now.
And I always thought she was beautiful.
Oh,
I never once thought she was needed to change in any way. I thought she was gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought she was really pretty.
December 30th, 2004, a federal appeals court in San Francisco.
What the fuck is happening?
So we are now Los Angeles, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot.
I made myself a federal appeals court in San Francisco overturns the $88.5 million ruling.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck, girl.
Yep. 4 years later, February 26, 2008, Anna Nicole attends a U.S. Supreme Court hearing dressed all in all black.
Those pictures are freaking iconic.
Yeah, and she
of
didn't
her
say a
walking
word.
to the courthouse.
She didn't say a word.
Walks in.
She avoided making any direct statements the entire time.
Good, because it's going to make you look worse.
Anything against her. So once again, she was not stupid.
Yep.
May 1st, 2006, the Supreme Court. This one's a little confusing. The Supreme Court unanimously agrees that Anna can pursue her husband's fortune, overruling the circuit court's earlier decision that stated federal courts couldn't even handle Anna's case. So they were throwing the cases out not on behalf of the case themselves, but they were I guess it was on behalf of the case, because they were saying like, oh, we're not even, like, this is below our...
This is civil.
Yeah, this is a civil court. We're not federal. Yeah, throw it the fuck out.
Okay.
But, so, here comes the Supreme Court saying that that's not true. The federal court can cover these cases. So it basically just starts everything up again.
I can feel her fucking stress. Like, come on, dude.
And what would be the worst thing you could imagine happening to you right now if you were dealing with all of this stress?
Positive pregnancy test. You're shitting my dick. Is this when now that starts?
June 1st, 2006, she announces her pregnancy. Like, she's going through it right now.
I'm ready to fucking cry for her. That is, like, too much. And that's going to be such a rough pregnancy, being that stressed out,
so
fighting for this stuff.
She gets married. Her husband dies not even a year later. She's thrust immediately into legal battles and the limelight of everybody hating her because they think she's some rich gold digger. And then she gets pregnant. And just wait. It gets worse.
Oh.
This poor girl.
Hell.
This poor girl.
No!
Oh my God, it's not even.
Oh my gosh. I'm stressed.
So, obviously, 9 months later, in September 7th, 2006, she gives birth to Danielle Lynn. Or Daniel Lynn. I'm Daniel Lynn.
I thought they always called her, like, Danny.
They call her Danny, yeah, because her name is really long. It's literally DANNIELYNN. Daniel Lynn.
Doing the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Daniel Lynn Hope is
very
born.
pretty. Very pretty name.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. She is born in the Bahamas.
Okay. Oh, love that. Can you imagine giving birth in the Bahamas?
Could you imagine being in the Bahamas at all? Like, I've never been.
No, neither have I.
That's where she's buried, actually.
Really? Okay.
Anna, yeah, not her daughter. Thank God.
Sweet girl. Yeah. I was like, don't fucking hurt my heart right now.
Oh, I'm about to hurt your fucking heart.
I'm not ready.
4 days later, September 10th, 2006, while visiting his mother and new sister in the hospital, Anna's son, Daniel Smith, dies from a drug overdose. Like,
in the hospital?
In her hospital room. Like, he literally dies from a drug overdose in her room.
Did he just, like, collapse? Or
yeah.
Like, what the...
He came in fucked up on drugs. I guess, like, there's a picture of him holding his sister at one point, so I feel like he picked her up, probably gave her back, and collapsed and died. Oh,
that's so fucking sad.
So,
I'm, like, ready to bawl.
Oh, no. Can you even imagine, like, you've already struggled with overdoses.
Yeah.
You just had a daughter, and your son dies in front of you.
4 days after giving birth to his baby sister.
And it's so crazy that he died in the hospital. Like, how are they not able to immediately save him? Like,
that's what I don't get.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine.
September 26, 2006, Anna's lawyer, Howard K. Stern. Not that Howard Stern.
I know. But still.
Everybody hears that and they're like, the fucking radio DJ? No, not the fucking radio DJ.
Not this silly guy, no. This serious lawyer man
guy. Claims he is Daniel Lynn's father.
I remember all this shit.
At the same time, her ex-boyfriend, and I think he's a photographer, Larry Burkhead.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Also
I remember the
comes
blonde
forward.
dude.
Yes.
He looks like a fucking oversized, overgrown Ken doll.
He's a sweetheart. I love him so much.
Seriously?
We'll get into him in a little bit.
To say.
Oh no, it's no bad things. I saw some stuff about it. It's super cute. Yeah, I love it. He also comes forward and claims that he's the father. Meanwhile, on November 7th, Anna Nicole Smith is hospitalized again, but this time is for pneumonia and a collapsed lung.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, like, she was struggle bussing fucking hard.
Stress.
I think Guaranteed. So. I can only imagine your body just literally collapses under the weight of the pregnancy. Your son died.
You just had a baby. You've been going through all this legal bullshit for fucking years at that point, right?
Yep.
And then...
Oh, and it's still going on. That
and
whole
then now
legal
you
thing
got
is still
like
going
your
on.
baby daddy and your ex
fighting over custody.
Fighting over who is dad.
She gets released from the hospital in November. In December 21st, she's subpoenaed by a LA Superior Court.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
For her and Daniel Lynn to return to California for a paternity test because she's staying in the Bahamas at this point. February 8th, Anna Nicole Smith collapses while staying at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Cafe in Hollywood, Florida.
Shit. What the fuck?
I feel really stupid. I had to do so much research because it said Hollywood FL, and I was like, shouldn't that be Hollywood CA? Like Hollywood, California? But there's a Hollywood, Florida, too. Yeah. Why the fuck not?
They fucking...
Just throw Hollywoods everywhere and just say, figure it out which one we're talking about.
They recycle so many city names. Yeah, it's kind of really mind-blowing.
I'm
when I hear it in a different state, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
What?
Like, there's 2 different Las Vegases in Nevada. There's a Las Vegas, and then there's like a Las Vegas.
Well, and there's New York City. Oh, and there's like, New York.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Why? Can't we be creative? Whatever.
No.
March 2nd, 2007. That's when she dies.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What did they say was her cause of death?
They didn't know at first. It's pretty fucked up. It takes 3 weeks of like arguing and legal battles to even get her body back to her body to finally be buried. Yeah.
3 weeks she was on ice?
Because I think they were trying to debate on whether or not they wanted to take her back to California.
Like, where would she want to go?
She wanted to be buried in...
Who was in charge of that?
I would have to say probably her lawyer and
That's fair. Okay.
But she wanted to be buried in Bahamas with her son, which is where she does end up getting buried.
And that's fair.
But it takes 3 weeks of fighting with her body just sitting in a morgue somewhere or something, just waiting to be put to rest. It's so fucked up. March 26, 2007, a medical examiner in Florida determines that Anna died of an accidental overdose. She had a mixture of 9 medications in her system, including multiple sedatives like Valium and shit.
Okay.
She was also suffering from 2 infections that also contributed to her death. Probably the lingering infection from the collapsed lung and pneumonia and who knows what else. And 9 different painkillers and sedatives and uppers and downers, and it just was too much.
That's so fucking sad.
They ruled out foul play almost instantly. They could tell that nobody did it to her, which it's just unfortunate. She was going through so much pain and she was just trying to numb all of it. I couldn't even imagine.
Because, like, how do you keep going if you don't, you know?
I mean, it makes me a little mad because you got to remember that you did just give birth to a little girl.
Oh, baby.
Like, yeah, you lost your son, and I get that. You were probably super connected to him, but...
She literally depends on you.
Yeah, and but unfortunately, she doesn't get to grow up with her mom.
That's so heavy. All in such a short amount of time, too. You know?
Yeah. It really did go downhill really quick for her. Less than a year and a half. That's why I think it was so crazy, because we literally watched it all happen on TV.
We watched it all unfold. That's right.
Yeah. It happened so fast, and it was just constantly being covered by the media.
She was just constantly,
I remember waking up the morning that the thing was running along the news at the bottom. Anna Nicole Smith dies at fucking 30. Oh, I don't even know. I should have wrote down her age. She was young.
What was the year? when was she born?
1967.
And then died
2007.
1967?
1967.
She was 40 years old.
Damn. So yeah, she was...
That's so sad.
Still fairly young. April 10th, 2007, Larry Burkhead is confirmed to be Daniel Lynn's father and is awarded custody.
Yeah, he is.
And I actually saw a really cute, like, they caught up with him later because Daniel Lynn's, like, she looks so much like Anna Nicole.
I swear.
It's fucking nuts.
It's so crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
She's gorgeous. She's what, like, in her teens now?
I want to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if she's over 16 or under 16 yet, but she's definitely getting up there.
Oh, what a good dad.
Yeah, everything I saw is he's a great dad, super supportive.
He takes her, you know, the horse track fundraiser that's super big every year in California.
The Kentucky Derby?
Yes. He takes her every single year and they wear matching outfits.
That's so
And he's been doing that since she was an infant.
That's so, like, he's such a good dad.
What a good dad.
I'm glad he got custody.
How freaking cute.
Because the other dude, kind of a fucking scumbag.
Was he a tool?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. March 4th of 2008, Daniel Lynn is named the sole heir to Anna's fortune.
Yep.
And will inherit her mother's estate. Which I think they were still debating on whether or not she got any of Jay Howard's money or not. Or
everything was still kind of like up in the air.
Well,
okay.
Because E. Pierce had died by now, and it was his widow that was continuing the legal battle.
Bitch, give it up.
And now Anna Nicole Smith died, and it was Howard K. Stern, her lawyer, that was continuing her battle.
Because he was like, nah, girl, you're
now
going to win.
Because he wants it to go to Daniel Lynn.
Yeah.
Because that is the other cute thing is, like, both Howard K. Stern and Larry Burkhead are co-trustees on the trust set up for Daniel Lynn.
So she was fucking her lawyer?
Yeah. Yeah. Conflict of interest, I'm pretty sure. But
yeah?
Yeah, but... Yeah. Well, don't just wait, because after she is... named the sole heir. She has a trust set up, and Larry Burkhead and Howard K. Stern are both co-trustees on it. March 12th, 2009, Howard K. Stern and an unnamed doctor turned themselves in to face charges that they conspired to provide Anna with thousands of prescription pills leading up to her overdose. A second doctor is also accused. Stern faces 6 felonies, and the 2 doctors face 7 felonies each. Yeah.
What the fuck? They were giving her the meds?
Yeah. And, like, absorbent amounts. Not just, like, what you would normally give to somebody on a prescription. It was, like, same thing that they were doing to Michael Jackson, I think.
Yeah.
Giving him way more than they should.
And mixing things.
And
they knew they weren't
things
supposed
that they shouldn't. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So, yeah. And then, unfortunately, I couldn't really find an official, like, ending to everything. If the courts I swear I remember hearing something that the courts did rule in favor
of
Daniel Lynn getting the money.
Okay.
And she now has, like, a trust of, like, $88 million waiting for her whenever she turns 18. So she's fucking set.
Wow.
But I also do think that the widow of E. Pierce is still fighting, trying to get that overturned, because they're just fucking... that's where I wanted to get
Grow
to.
The fuck
because
up.
It got so bad. This court case ran the entire length of this judge's, like, time as a judge. Like, he started, and, like, a couple months later, he got tied up into this Anna Nicole Smith legal battle, and then I think it's like 11 years of him dealing with this.
Jeez.
Before he recused himself.
Oh, shit.
And he does it in the funniest way.
What does he do?
Literally, in court, he says, quote, "I'm going off the handle officially. I am tired of this case. I beg you to recuse me. I don't want to deal with you people anymore."
Well, yeah, because he's like, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like,
later he says, I'm trying to get recused because I can't. It is not fair to me, my staff, my life to have to deal with you people who do not want to resolve this case.
Yeah.
Because they don't. They just
want to keep going.
They have he literally, I think at one point,
because the longer they keep doing that, the longer, like, Anna Nicole and Danny Lynn can't have that money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's tied up.
And his final thing is, he's like, I've resolved hundreds of estate disputes. The fact that I couldn't resolve that case, I don't want my legacy to be, oh, he couldn't resolve the Marshall case. I resolved it many times. And they just kept coming back and shitting on his fucking thing.
I like that. He's
like,
that.
Can
He's
you
like,
imagine
go fuck yourself? Like,
your judge just sitting in the courtroom like, I beg you.
I'm done.
I'm fucking done. Who do I have to stand up and kill somebody right now
Can
to
I
get
go?
taken off of this case?
Can
like,
I go? I gotta leave.
That's just, it's...
That's stressful.
And that just
fuck
goes
that.
to show, like, the pettiness of rich people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in a $1 billion fortune, what is 88
You're
million?
still gonna be more than set. Why are you pissed?
Yeah.
You'll fucking make that back in the morning. Come on.
And unless he had some kind of concrete proof that she did not love his father and she was just in it for the money, then there should be no motherfucking case.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, that is unfortunately the tumultuous life. And just the fact that the legal battle still continued on even after everybody in the original case died or recused themselves.
It blows my mind that even the courts are like, we have to keep going. Like,
I guess the only thing that pisses me off about this is
why isn't there a double jeopardy situation going on?
Right,
you
at
know,
this point.
I understand,
or
like,
a statute of
murder.
limits or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's been going on for so
Come
long.
on.
Like,
and after all the different lawsuits too, that's probably why though they kept picking different states, was so that they could continue to file for the same fucking shit.
I really, really want to look into that. Like, how the fuck can you have a court in one state say one thing and a court in another state that you're not even currently in just say, oh no, actually, this is how it goes.
You don't get shit.
Oh, and then a state court over in this city is like, no, neither of you guys get shit. Like, who the fuck are any of you?
It's like the fucking SpongeBob.
It's literally
not SpongeBob.
The
Spider-Man.
Now I want to make a SpongeBob meme. It's a rack.
You know, it's not a boulder.
It's a rack.
Um.
But yeah, like, that's just...
That hurts my heart for her. Honestly.
I do feel really bad for her. She went through so much shit, and I don't at any point view her as just like a mooch or a gold digger. Like,
go fuck yourself, Mr. Lawyer, sir.
Yeah.
What's his name? Howard Stern?
Howard K. Stern.
Howard K. Stern. Go fuck yourself, Howard K. Stern. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And the doctors, too. Fuck them.
Well, yeah, why?
Why? For what? They wanted to take advantage of her. They wanted her money.
That's where
and
I
then
always
also
go.
Maybe low key he was fucking pissed that the baby wasn't his.
True, because
again, money.
It did happen really shortly after.
This is why you don't fuck your clients, okay?
So yeah, this is why you really don't fuck. Yeah, I definitely don't. I'm pretty sure that's in your contract when you hire a lawyer. Like, you're not supposed to fuck your lawyer.
I don't know.
I've never had a lawyer,
so
maybe that's how you have to pay them, because I've heard they're really expensive.
Yeah,
I've always heard like lawyers will fuck you,
retainers
but
and shit.
Maybe that's not a joke. Maybe
they're
they
like, no,
really will just
quite
fuck you.
literally. I'm gonna fuck you.
You go into the lawyer's office and they have a bed in the corner. You gotta.
It's the brown casting couch.
Gross. God.
Anyways,
that's how we're gonna end this video. Great.
That fucked me up. That was really sad.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to drop such depressing knowledge on you all the time.
Her life is almost like a fucking Hollywood conspiracy theory. It's crazy.
Like, I almost like wouldn't put it past there being some crazy unthought of conspiracy where it was actually Pierce's widow that like killed her off, so they thought it would end all the legal battles.
And like maybe like the son like poisoned him, and that's why he fucking died almost immediately after marrying her.
Right. Allegedly.
Crazy. Allegedly. Yeah. I don't want to get sued.
Anyways.
You guys, thank you. We love you.
Let us know what you think of the new setup.
Yep. Find us on socials. Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.